Now, children, tonight old Uncle Tom gonna tell you the real true story.
They call me Sin Low, yes, the G, that ain't no joke. The mystery of mass with the killer Snoop rap flow.
Our goal with the Banging on Wax was to get our money together so we could build an inside gym and make this park better and go around the communities of Compton and fixing all the parks and recreation.
We started getting a bunch of us in there to actually go cut music. We were showing up, some of us were bringing guns, you know, cats was bringing guns, wasn't sure. Over there is Southside, over there is Lime Hood, that's Bloods, Hollywood, Bloods, Ward Lane, Individual Street, Crib, you know, Atlantic Drive, neighborhood. All that is all surrounding this whole area right here. All the people that train us and sign us up for football in the park recreation is now crackheads. And guess who they're getting the dope from?
You guys.
The little ones that signed up for football.
This is the Uncle Tom Show, and this is part 3 of my interview with OG Compton Crip Sin Low. Explain to me in your eyes how Banging on Wax started.
Sin Low, put one in your forehead, shooting every motherfucker that I catch wearing red.
Well, that's a good one. Let's do it like this.
There it is. Put the Lokes on, baby.
We had done the Tweety Bird Loke album. The record really never came out. You can't find it nowhere. And we never received no paperwork or nothing on it. Long story short, we were like, damn, man, we got to come up with something. We need something that's going to make it hit. I was at the house. Probably had my son at the time, take care of my son. Wife was probably at work. My cousin Blue Rag came home. He said, D, we got a dope ass project. I'm like, what? He's like, man, they came up with some shit. I'm like, what? He's like, Bloods and Crips, Banging on Wax. I'm like, oh shit, that's gonna be dope. Now how I came up about it, they was in there bored, working on some music and trying to figure out something, a new something we can come up that's gonna make some noise. Red Worm, I heard Red Worm was a part of that conversation when it first came out.
Red Worm is Audi 5000 G. Kelly Park started in 85 and ended in 93.
So he was responsible for bringing in the Bloods, bringing in more Bloods, and we were already big Crippin' on. We were already Crips, of course, but we were all Tweety Bird Loke album, Underworld Connection.
This album was the blueprint for gangs across the world in the 90s and early 2000s. One of my friends lives in North Carolina, and he said the gang that started in his neighborhood, they basically copied everything they heard on this album, from the slang to the way you guys dressed. At that time, did you think that this would be one of the most, if not the most iconic gangster rap album in history?
To be honest with you, I had no clue. And then they kept it from us. The record company kept it from us. They didn't really want us to know how well this project was doing. So I had no clue how well it was doing other than the interviews, when we go to the interviews and stuff, over the phone interviews and stuff like that. And the videos, the music videos on Video Jukebox when they were like just being requested.
The Box, the planet's only interactive music video channel. The Box, the only channel where you pick what you want to see when you want to see it. The Box, it's easy to use.
Let me give the glory and thanks to the Heavenly Father, glory and heavenly thanks to Tweety Bird Loke, all the participants on all the records that we did from that, and the ones who no longer here with us, rest in peace. Salute y'all, man. I just wanted to get that out first. One thing we did know was a hell of an idea, because when they came, when it was presented to me that night when Blue Rag came home with it, I was like more so like, oh, I'm coming up with my name. I'm putting on this motherfucking Freddy Krueger mask, because I ain't wearing no blue rags. I'm gonna wear this Freddy Krueger mask, and my name, I came up with the name Sin Low. Straight, intelligent, natural legend of Compton.
They call me Sin Low, yes, the G, that ain't no joke. The mystery of mass with the killer Snoop rap flow.
We were in there, man, and it was funny because when the Bloods and Crips all entered the studio, when we started getting a bunch of us in there to actually go cut music, we were showing up. Some of us was bringing guns, you know. Cats was bringing guns. You wasn't sure if it was gonna jump off or not. Yeah. I remember my cousin Blue Rag coming in there with an 8-ball of Old English, drunk as a motherfucker.
Oh shit.
And he said, he looked at the Bloods, he was like, "You can say fuck crab, cause I'm gonna say fuck slob." And everybody started laughing and giggling. He broke the ice. We went to go get some more drink. We went to go get more weed and everything, and understood that we were finna start working on this. So that kind of broke the ice. And then after the disperse of that, you started having studio sessions where the Bloods will be in, the Crips will be in. You'll walk in and the Bloods may be in there cutting one of their songs. It was times where if we had confrontation or arguments, before going any farther, I would get us to pray. I'd be like, look, hold on y'all, let's do this. I get us all to pray. Once I finish the prayer, we pick our heads up, we all feel the energy. And then once we kept like doing the interviews and we went to, after we did the Maury Povich show.
I have never in all my years in television been forced to use metal detectors and security guards for either my guests or my audience. That is until today. But all this extra security is important to ensure everybody's safety because our guests are members of the notorious street gangs, the Crips and the Bloods, and they're here to meet face to face. Next on the Maury Povich Show.
After New York came back, did a couple of other shows, we started coming around that. We started realizing that we're getting that business aspect of it. You know what I mean? It's our shit. We started getting that we're a team. We're the same team. It was perfect for me to be involved in because I infiltrated for the Lord to put me in here to keep all this shit leveled off, and that would be my job until I'm done with rap, is to do my part in keeping it leveled off. You know.
Banging on Wax offers the gang members an outlet for their anger. News' Amy Powell has a story.
Members of two of LA's most notorious gangs. Red is the color identified with the Bloods.
He's brought together two long-standing enemies in hopes of redirecting their anger without violence.
Gangs say they will invest the money they make from banging on Wax into their community.
This is an album containing the redirected energies of members of the Bloods and the Crips.
Banging on Wax album will be used to help build recreational facilities in Los Angeles.
Gangs have looked for new ways to redirect their energy. And as Mary Major Jack shows us, they're turning their frustrations into money.
Their first video from the album Banging on Wax at the Troubadour in West Hollywood.
The fact the album's so positive, you know, people can't see anything negative, you know, a lot of people get killed on tape, but nobody get hurt.
We're talking about people who's killed family members of each gang, and how the hell did this happen?
Right, that's why the news media was all over it. Over 600 or 700 hours worth of news media coverage because they was like, they wanted to know how it happened. But then once they seen that this shit went good, they bagged off. They wanted us to kill each other and fuck each other up so they can stay on it. But once they seen it was working, they bagged off.
Damn, that's a cold piece.
It's a cold piece.
Send low, put one in your forehead, shooting every motherfucker